This is a ticket to the party.
Evening, boys. First service. You gotta love Mohammed.
Oh! That is a moment of absolute magic from Federer.
It's Murray magic, though.
Djokovic, what are you doing? It's phenomenal.
He's got quite a large gluteus maximus.
I've never seen anything like it.
Welcome back to the lorry truck version and the half century of Loosely Strung.
The what version?
It's half
Half
century.
century.
our
50th
50th
episode,
episode.
boys.
The lorry truck?
There's been lots of
Yeah,
lorries.
mate,
There's real
I'm
trucks.
recording this on a motorway, basically, so every 2 minutes there's 1,000 cars passing.
I'm running past them, Pricey, just causing earthquakes, you know.
Oh,
right.
You're the best I've seen you in 3 years.
Right back to it, self-deprivation, why not?
Oh yeah, welcome
Okay,
back,
guys,
Skinny.
let's get this started. That's exactly what I was going to say. Skinny, welcome back. We have not seen you since you popped out a little one.
Yeah.
How is life?
Well, you guys went to Malaga for a year, so I decided to keep myself busy. No, wee man is absolutely terrific. Fatherhood is a joy, and honestly, it's class. And I
Superb.
love it. Can I beat it?
Buzzing for you. Anyhow, guys, before we get started, is there anything interesting you wanna have a little chat about? Anything interesting in your week?
Winter
Mickey
League.
Mouse Cup.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse Cup.
Skinny and I
Yeah.
back on four, winning 4-4-4, 3-4s all round, and Skinny won what 3-11-1.
3-11-4.
Damn,
I mean-
honestly, the quality on court. By the way, you've not seen quality like it since the last Winter League, which was also shite.
We're in grind mode. We're in full grind mode. You know, getting those reps in, getting the.
The winter arc.
I
Yeah.
did hit the best backhand I've ever hit in my life. Though.
He did hit the best.
Anyway.
At that point, I stopped. Generally, did stop and
Pricey,
saw it.
run us through it. What happened?
So 2 hands in the lollipop position.
Good start.
Man, scrambling across the court, 2 guys at the net, fucking flicked it right onto that doubles line. But anyway, we move on. I'm very humble.
Lovely.
Humble indeed.
I obviously was speaking to you boys before the pod, just saying there's something pissing me off at the moment, and it's extremely smelly gyms. It's absolutely killing me out here. Like, some people just coming in pre-workout and just absolute humming a cheese, man. Yeah, like, whoa.
No,
Is
it's
it
the
not
humidity
Steve
though
moved
as
to
well,
Australia?
isn't it?
Wow.
It's not me. Hey, what? No, hey.
I feel
First
like
of all,
that's
I'm
racist.
not in the gym in the first place to cause it to be smelling, and then second of all, hey, that's fuck you, man.
He just smells-
Sorry,
he just
I was
smells
trying
wings.
to come up with a good comeback, but Jesus.
Ross
You
would
were-
eat himself if he smelt a cheese. Sorry.
Thanks for commemorating episode 50 with the usual stuff from episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 49.
Ross, Pete, can we get an injury update this week? How's the ankle?
It's still torn to bits. Thanks, Gary. I mean, sometimes I come on these things to try and forget about stuff like that, but yeah, you just go right back in. How's your ailment? How's the thing that's keeping you down and keeping you off the court? Thanks, mate. It's still torn.
I
Ligament's
just
still
thought that
torn.
was your
It's
lack
not
of
gonna.
ability.
It's not gonna go like that. No,
Yeah, I
it's
thought the ankle was doing
tore it.
better would have been torn.
The ligament is torn off whatever it was attached to. So
Cheese.
it's not attached to cheese.
Anyway,
it's not like
sorry.
a string cheese
We
ankle I've
digress.
got.
Guys, just before we go any further, I actually received a message from a listener during the week, just saying that it would be nice if we donated money to every time Gary spoke on the podcast. So last week was actually £2.
Yeah.
Hey,
Children need.
my mic didn't work last week. I've upgraded this week. It should be better.
Well, he's already doubled his money
Gary,
today.
yeah, he owes a fortune already. Anyhow, guys, we're going on to the next segment, which is the news.
Surprise.
Great Britain's Billie Jean King Cup team are in the semi-finals. They take on Slovakia. Can they go all the way? What's the thoughts, boys? Quickly, thoughts on can GB go all the way?
Certainly beat
They-
Slovakia.
Yeah, surely.
And then will they meet Poland maybe in the final, who are locked 1-1 with Italy? 1-0 down to Italy just now, but 1-0 in the second singles rubber. Interesting times.
I, for one, have no idea.
I'll be putting all my money on Poland or Italy to win it against UK in the final. Sorry, GB in the final.
Fantastic. Okay, second part of the news. Yannick Sinner dominates the ATP Tour finals, not dropping one set, not even taken to a tie-break in any set.
Not dropping more than 4 games in any set.
Yeah. Is he going to dominate the whole of 2025?
No.
Over to you, boys.
Depends if he gets his drug ban.
Oh, no, he's not going to get drug ban.
He's not going to get drug ban.
No, still going for a court arbitration.
No,
They're
it's
still
a millionth of a whatever. That was blown way out of proportion. That.
Yeah, but the anti-doping agency are still fighting it, so you never know.
I think it's shown.
I think if I was to go down that route, I would say Sinner will not dominate everything. No, it's hard to say that coming off the back of the season he has just come off. Stats incredible. 75 games played this season, and he's won a set in every single game. He's not been too loved. He's been in every match. The one he's lost, I think that's such a high level. But nah, he'll not dominate. Alcaraz will be back. Djokovic could come back as if he's 22 after this off season. You just never know what's going to happen.
Fear and 22.
It's interesting.
Do you know what it is? He's on hard court. No one's going to beat him. No, that's the thing. He's just the fact he's movement on a hard court looks like he's playing on clay. That's how. I mean, his joints and his knees must be like.
Well, you saw players say. I think it was Fritz saying as well. Like when you play against Sinner, it's just like the fastest sport in the world, basically.
The weight of the ball and stuff.
Yeah, you cannot compete any time you think you've moved him. He's just banging a 100-mile-an-hour winner down the line. You're just like,
I saw a thing like. Obviously, Gary addressed the drug thing, and then it's the picture of him holding the ATP trophy, and he's obviously so skinny. Like, he is skinny Sinner. And someone said, people think this guy's on steroids, he's barely on breakfast.
I just think
you can't really argue with it.
I just think he looks like Beaker from the Muppets, if you know who that is.
Yeah. Dude.
Okay, guys, just to follow up on that, Carlos Alcaraz didn't even get out the group stage. He's had a tough end to 2024, but he was ill. So he had a sickness bug, which obviously can knock you. So I thought I'll put it to you guys. Have you ever had a match to play where you've been sick or hungover or can't say on podcast? But I've had any experiences where you have really struggled on court because of something external?
Gary can sit this one out.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No hangover.
The tournament where
He's
you're
never had
required
hangover.
to be. Yeah.
You can't be hungover on 2-siders, you know what I mean?
No, there was one night
Jealousy
when Gary
boys,
went to bed at
jealousy
10 o'clock.
boys.
That was late. I think I'm losing you guys. I'll set this one out because the signal's not great yet. Yeah, I've had a few. I'll not lie. I've had a few tough ones on court. I've got through every single one of them. Whether win or loss, I have got through it. I lost the semi-final, won in love, after being out all night, we'll just say. And then my most recent one was a mixed doubles in the Spring League last season, playing. We'll give Ailey McLaughlin a shout out. And I turned up and said, I'm going to need a coffee because it's going to be hard to get through. And then we were 5-2 down in the last set I'll not say, the quality wasn't as good as our quality, let's just say that. And I had a little tactical sickness bug at the back of the court, and then we won at 7-5.
Was that Wood End away?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it was at the club where it was, you just hate clay, came from.
Oh.
Wood End.
I think Wood End.
Yep, Wood End. Yeah. There we go.
Pricey,
Yeah,
just to be a bit more up to date in that, I think we won a club championship semi-final. Were you a wee bit hungover?
Sure.
Oh, was he?
No. The best one for me was one of the last hits before I left the country. One of the last hits before I left the country. Myself. I think it was myself, Skinny, and Roy. Roy's a member at the club. Sorry, just some traffic again on the A1.
We just skipped this story.
Yeah, so basically we were waiting on Pricey to get to the club, But like, what is this guy, man? As usual, we're waiting on him for 20 minutes today as well. And he shows up in like someone else's shorts and like shoes that are size too small.
Well, shout out to my ex-girlfriend's wee brother for coming in clutch after she woke me up when your phone's going mental. And then that's what she was on my ex
He
at this
basically
point,
had
just
a
to be clear.
tank top
And
on.
I was like, wee man, shorts, t-shirt and your shoes, please.
He
Waddled up
showed
to the court.
He showed up and he was like, I was like, what's going on? Like, are you just in? And he was like, nah. Like I've been up for ages and that. This is just what I wanted to wear.
Fair play for going, actually, though, Pricey. Actual fair play for actually getting there.
Mate, not fair play because I'm sure he lost basically every game to Love. He got in an hour before.
It was the first hit back.
I don't even think he'd actually been in. I think like that was just him leaving the gaff he was at.
No, I
the
was
night
just like,
before.
I had been home relatively early.
No, was that
Yeah,
not the time I
5%.
came and picked you up?
No,
I think-
he drove.
No, Skinny
Oh.
did put me up. Skinny did put
No,
me up.
Skinny
that's
picked him
true.
up, Callum.
Oh, so
Yeah.
he did.
I
Anyway,
had to grab his rackets from his
has
car.
anyone else been
But
hungover on court? This is like an inquisition.
see, to be fair, after the Greenock v Guruk last year,
Oh, that
me,
was good.
me and Mark definitely were on. I was playing mixed doubles and it was the roughest
Oh,
mixed
yeah.
doubles of my life. Still won
That's the
3
sort of
sets,
one.
baby. 1-0
I've
for
had,
me.
I've had the shits before.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah, when you've played me, you're nervous.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
Sorry.
big time,
Yeah.
big time.
You've not beat me this year. Yeah.
Oh, Ross P, you obviously can't take part in this conversation because you've not been on court in about 3 years, so tough one.
No, I did one. Well, no, I've had 2 hungover occasions, but I actually play better tennis the other way when I'm actually drunk.
Yeah.
Not that I go
I've
on
actually-
every
I've
match
seen-
court and do that, but we do a tournament once a year where that's involved, and that is my absolute best tennis.
I've seen Ross P actually start the match well and end it sick because a certain someone showed up at the side of the court to watch a match once.
Hey, that was another thing that's blown way out of proportion. Okay. Are we not keeping it short, these segments, and
Yeah.
moving on after? Yeah.
Anyhow, guys, that is the end of this week's news. Thanks for listening.
Is it an outro?
Yeah, if I can find it. Hold on. I could cut this bit or I could keep it
Just
in.
to
Hold
fill
on.
in this bit of blank, everyone, I didn't know there was going to be sound effects, so this is equally as exciting for me. The four of them are all watching me react to it.
There you go. We got
Well
it.
timed.
Thanks.
Okay, guys, we're going on to something big that happened this week.
That's what she said. Sorry.
Jake Paul, Mike Tyson.
Sorry, that really got me, Pricey. Thanks.
See me saying big, you talking about Mike Tyson's butt cheeks, yeah?
Hell yeah! Now this is something I can get behind, not literally.
Oh!
Figuratively, obviously.
Probably I'd say maybe the worst boxing match of all time. Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
I mean, was it a boxing match? Was it classed as a boxing match?
It was
It was
closer to
terrible.
WWE, and I didn't even watch WWE.
That was
That
Balor.
would
They
be
were
better
just
if it was WWE.
prancing about the
That'd
ring.
be
It was
That was
just
a big
terrible,
fix.
man.
Big fix.
And I had absolutely no time for the showing of respect before the final bell. Bore off.
No, but
Really
see,
weird,
at
that
that
one,
point,
wasn't
see
it?
when like Jake Paul bowed his head, I just wanted Tyson to punch him, just knock him
Should
out.
have.
It should have.
Honestly, I've seen a better scrap when Pricey and Gary had to do a handshake after the G&D quarter final 2 years ago.
I think an even better scrap than that when you called me a cheating bastard and put me in second.
Aye,
You were scared, man.
that was after they won.
Okay, so anyhow, it got me thinking, boys. If you were in Jake Paul's situation and you had to call out a retired tennis player that you would beat, who would you call out? So top pro, who's the best top pro that's now retired that you think you would smash on court?
Billie Jean King.
Explain why you would beat Billie Jean King, Brady.
See,
What
my
surface?
kick serve
Just to
recently-
reverse the
Summer,
movie.
My kick serve, her shoulder movement ain't going high enough to return a big pricey kicker into the body. No way.
Why are you going body? Slide it out wide stuff to get there. You've just chosen to
Ross
go
P,
body. You've
you
chosen to
just-
go at her. That is.
Nah, you have to remember, Ross P, some people play the game at a higher level than you can comprehend. And that going body
Can we
against
stop
Billie
this?
going body against Billie Jean King is the only way.
You know what? Nah, this is all the motivation I need to take you guys down next year. Honestly, nah, I'm coming
Well, who are
back.
you going to beat then, Ross P? Go. Tell me up.
All of you. All of you. I'm going to find Callum as
No,
well.
I
I'm going
mean
to
the
come find him.
Can you keep to the segment, please?
Oh, alright, so I was just defending my honour a bit. Boris Becker. Yeah, Boris Becker. Because he's had enough surgeries and he limped past me at Wimbledon, so I know I can take him down.
But then at the
Remember
same
that? I
time,
remember that.
he'll get all the finances, he'll get all the backing, he'll get, someone from the Seychelles putting $100,000 into his coffers to make sure he beats you.
Nah.
I kind of went down the same route as Ross P, kind of. But I wanted to go for like a slightly more recent name that was kind of big back in the day, and that's Gustavo Kuerten.
You're not beating him.
Former double, couple of champions, but I actually found out on a late night, couldn't sleep, Wikipedia deep dive that even though he's in fantastic shape, he's had so many surgeries that it makes Andy Murray look like a Barcus angel. So I'm taking Gustavo Kuerten, and you know what? Just to rub it in, I'm on clay with him. Because at one point he was the king of clay. Yeah.
And then you're going to do that big heart drawing on the clay after you beat him. That was his thing.
Yeah.
Broken
you know
heart.
what? I would actually just like to, maybe go for a pint with him, see what his chat is.
Yeah, boys, I think I would beat Laura Robson. Obviously, lots of injuries. I think I'm stronger on the backhand side than her. I think I return better than her. And yeah, I don't really think she can move much. So yeah, I reckon maybe 2 and 3. My other pick was Rod Laver, just to have one over the Aussies. Obviously, where I am, I'd be 1-0 up. Let's go back home. I was going to say Britain there, but I felt like that would piss some people off. Yeah, I would take Rod Laver comfortably. I saw him last year at the Australian Open. I honestly would be shocked if I lost a game. Shocked. I'd be demoralised if I lost a game to him.
But you can't
not
say
like
very well.
85 or something?
Yeah, he must be close to 90, but he looks older.
He has more years in his life than you have miles an hour in your first serve.
That's true. That's true. And also, we might release a theme next week where that's actually showcased.
A Dominic team? A Dominic team?
Yeah.
Dominic team.
Callum serves in it, and it's like, I've not slowed the clip down. It's not slow motion.
Ross B.
Oh, Jesus.
Teasing the fans,
Okay,
Ross B.
Gary, give me your player you could beat.
I think I'd take on Johnny Mack.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Can we make it boxing?
I'd like to punch him, yeah.
I think the worst commentator going just now.
Andrew
Can't listen to him.
Yeah.
Andrew Castle's a good shout for that as well.
I can't do Johnny Mack. Can't listen to the guy
just
at all.
loves Djokovic.
Johnny
too
Mack.
much. I think if you get him in the clay, his knees are done. Serving
like the
volley's not going to
biggest-
work in the clay.
The biggest change to Novak's games is serve.
Shut up.
Him and Tim Henman
Every
like
fucking game, man.
wax lyrical like that all the time.
I know.
It's too much.
There's a phrase, boys, and it's called hanging onions, where you've just got to, have some guts to go for something, and all of you have not hung any onions here. You're all playing old timers here. Someone,
Yeah,
I'm playing Laura Robson, mate. She's the same age
You're
as
playing
me.
someone who hasn't even got a court named after them. I'm going to beat someone who's got a cup named after them.
I've
Right.
picked bloody Rod
Skinny's-
Laver Arena.
Skinny's picked someone specifically. He's went through their medical history, and he
Exactly.
said, "I can beat him because he's so his body's so broken that I can, I'm going to capitalize on it." And then you're saying that we are not aiming for the stars, and we're going to go, "Oh, Fed just retired. Let's take on Federer."
also it's a natural Twitter beef for me. You know what I mean? His Portuguese, my English, it's going to clash perfectly.
Okay.
I've come across a few language barriers since I've come out here. We have a
Speak
tough
English, you
accent.
dick.
Right, guys. Next segment. We actually have had an email in from a listener, and I'm pretty sure Ross P, the only one that can see it, is going to read it out.
I can't. I might be able to share it here. I might
Can I read
might
it
be
out?
able to share it. Well,
Yeah.
Price, if you
Price,
really
you
want to
can
read it
read it
out,
out.
if you can read it, can you read it?
You do it with some
I've got
pizzazz,
is
Pricey.
it from first time listener.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
actually,
first time
I've
listener.
read it,
I've got
and
it
then
on
you'd
my
have eaten
phone.
plenty of money off your
I've
pal.
got it on my phone. Right, well, we'll go with it. This is from Craig Brown, and it's titled First Time Listener. Dear loosely strung team, I listened to my first episode of the podcast today. As a former serious tennis player, I'm trying to get back into the game again in the new year after resurfacing surgery on my left hip. Yes, the Andy Murray op. Really enjoyed the pod. Keep up the great work. I was interested to hear in this week's episode about how the recent retirements of the Big Four have left you all quite emotional. My own tennis hero was Pete Sampras, and as you know, his last match in professional tennis was a US Open final victory against Andre Agassi. Having watched your own heroes end their careers with less success at the end, do you feel that playing on too long diminishes their legacy in any way? I suppose what I'm asking is, should you always leave the audience wanting more at the end, or in terms like Pistol Pete, should you keep playing as long as you can, even while the results diminish, so the new generation of fans can witness their great talent? Yours in tennis, Craig Brown.
What a fine email!
It's a well-written email.
Very well
Say-
structured, that.
Pattern
Well,
Well educated.
let's have a chat about it then. Do you think the creme de la creme should leave at the top, or should they leave after they start to fall away and their game diminishes?
I think they go when they're ready. I think Pistol
I
Pete.
agree with that.
I think Pistol Pete went earlier than he should have, because I think he got a fright off of Federer. To be honest, I think he thought, I'm not going to beat this guy. Federer had him on strings. He was done.
I mean, there was clearly a jump in quality when Federer came onto the tour from your likes of Sampras, obviously. But then you look at someone like Andy Murray, and the way I would say it is 20/20 hindsight. If you could look back and go, this is going to be a lot tougher than I thought it was to tail out the end of the career. Like, you know, when are you really done? When did Murray have a last major win, and how long was it before he retired? How many years is that? Like, you know, if he's just won Wimbledon again for the second time, there's no way in his mind he's thinking, yeah, this is a good time to go out.
Right. So my thing is, do you think Murray has tainted his legacy at all by continuing on to the end?
For me, if anything, he's empowered his legacy to show what a fighter and battler he is, to be a guy who was the best in the world when he got this injury, to still be there grafting away like top 100 when he's got a metal hip. I think just showed the type of athlete he is. I think Gary's right. These top guys have to pick themselves. Like, I'm not telling Federer, Nadal and Djokovic when they can leave. They're the best three of all time. They just pick themselves. I want to leave today. Or for Federer, Federer wouldn't have chucked it if his knee wasn't bad. He would have just played out.
So do you think it's just purely cause of injuries these greats are retiring?
Yeah.
So, my personal opinion is, if you had the opportunity to end at the top, it'd be a beautiful way to go. But it's always be
I think then you're always going to finish being like, could I have done one more?
Yeah.
Could I have won the next slam? Until you start losing, then you never know.
But do you not think that's what Nadal did?
I think something we maybe don't understand, and maybe Craig Brown has put in that email that he played quite serious tennis at a high level, and of course he's now gone through probably life-changing surgery. The level these guys are playing at and the way that they're training, it might be a life-changing decision if they play one more tournament.
Yeah.
Like, one injury could mean anything. These guys, you know, they are only human.
The thing as well is if Andy Murray went out before he got the surgery and said, I'm not coming back, he wouldn't then be that inspiration for Craig Brown.
Yeah, that's very true.
Very true.
Do you know what? He
Very true.
wouldn't be able to base his comeback on Mr. Murray, so there you have it.
Yeah, we'll watch his comeback with great interest, I'm sure, Craig Brown.
I like that he's
get
going to
back in
become a
touch.
first-time listener to a regular listener. That's what I look forward to, the emails coming in as regular listener.
So is everyone. That's what the game is here. Guys,
See if you want to email us. What's the email at again?
It's hello@looselystrungpod.com. We'll put it in the description of all the podcast hosting sites and Spotify, Apple. It'll be down there. There's also a link to send us a message right underneath the podcast you listen to. So that goes direct to us. The email goes direct to us. Our Twitter /X, our Insta, our TikTok, they'll be open.
Don't need to remind
TikTok
Callum
maybe.
Charteris. He knows where those buttons are. He's a
top
regular
commenter.
messenger.
Top commenter, yeah. But yeah, we'll welcome these loosely letters as they come in.
Get them in. Get the loosely letters sent. We'll be there. So basically, guys, we're going to finish this pod with a bet builder. We have a new segment Well, we all about making you some extra cash on the side with some well thought out accumulators. So, Skinny, you are Skinner365. You want to take away the bets?
Well, we're going to stick this week on. We're not going to make everyone millionaires overnight. It's a long term, build up to making you a millionaire. So we're going to start this week by us discussing Davis Cup matches, quarterfinals this week. Let's pick a winner from each one, and that way we're going to get four teams. We're going to back them. What we're thinking. So as a group, Netherlands v Spain. Who are we backing?
Spain.
My heart says Spain, but
Don't know. The Netherlands are so good at doubles. They've got
Netherlands
man,
doubles
that
just won the
makes it.
ATP Tour finals.
Kulhoff's the coolest guy on tour.
I'm having Kulhoff.
I'm going Spain.
Netherlands.
I'm going Spain.
I'm going Spain.
On that, do we think
Spain win.
Nadal plays?
Yeah.
He'll play, but he won't play singles.
Right.
So we're taking Spain. Germany
Yep.
v Canada.
Canada.
No Zverev.
Oh, no,
Canada for me.
Canada.
We'll go with
Chapeau, unbelievable form.
Sorry, I just
Canada.
totally lied there. The Germans actually won the ATP Tour finals.
Yeah,
That was a
Kravis
total
and
lie.
Putz.
Tim Pwetz
Yeah.
and so I'm actually going to go Germany.
Who's going to win the
I think that
singles for
changes
Germany though?
everything.
If they go Struff playing,
Dustin Brown.
That's a blast from the past. Is that?
Right.
Would you be able to take him? He's retired probably now, isn't he?
So
Yeah.
we've got two for who's to pick in Germany. Let's hands up
One
for
for me.
Yeah.
So we're all going Canada.
I'd still go Canada.
Canada. We're going
That's
Canada.
4-1.
Canada wins.
Italy v Argentina is even worth discussing. We're all going to go Italy in that one.
Yeah.
Italy, man, come on.
Italy.
Yannick's not losing a game.
And
Or
Australia
hardcore.
v USA.
USA.
Callum, that's your derby. Well, not your derby,
Oh, the
but
Aussies.
I'm having the Aussies.
Max
Yeah, I'll go
Purcell,
Aussie.
Jordan Thompson, Kokonakis.
yeah, they got
Bring
the
it home,
semis
baby.
there. Yeah.
Imagine
he's
they brought
picking
out
Aussies as well.
Kyrgios.
Yeah,
Imagine they
Aussies.
brought out Kyrgios.
So what we'll do, guys, we're going to post. We'll put our £10 or our finest locally strung money onto this. Post it on the socials if you want to follow it.
What's the odds?
5.64 to 1 with a 7.5% boost. So we're talking big money.
Come on, guys. This
We're not going to buy you a house in Malibu, but we'll get you a few pints
We'll
in the pub.
buy you a Malibu Coke.
This was the banker, the one that couldn't fail.
Guys, that takes us to the end of our podcast. Right on the 30-minute dot, we're just about. Please tune in again next week. It's been an absolute pleasure. Over and out.
Oh wait, is there a button for it?